Welcome to Satsang. You are that which makes you aware or can make you aware of anything. And that is not something. Even when you are aware that you are awareness, it's from where you see you are aware, not the second awareness. That is not something, can never be. You cannot describe it, otherwise you are aware of again. So that's what you are, that's what all beings are. That's what is beyond changes and time and space. That's why it is called sometimes the substratum, the background of everything. So, be that without a doubt, because you are anyway, you are. That you doubt or not. No. Be wise enough not to enter into the mind about it. There is a saying, I don't know why it comes to me, no, that when you do action, it can be done without a doer. It's well said, I would prefer, maybe there is a doer, but if forgot is doership. You see? Sometimes not, and still you have not lost what makes everything possible to rise and disappear.
Ganga, this week I was for 2 days so in despair, and it came through the circumstances, I can see that. But I was so caught in the mind fucking, and in the grip of the mind that I thought nothing happened, you know, I'm the same as 14 years old.
Except that after those 2 days, where are you today?
Yeah, that's right. still I want to share it, you know.
I think everybody can say the same.
It was too much.
Everybody can say the same. That's what I say now. Sometimes the doer forgets its doership, sometimes not.
Yeah.
But you see, the fact to have gone to satsang or to just know what is absolutely not real and to rest in what is not touched. That gives you the blessing to suddenly wake up and say, oh, where I was. In fact, yeah, the person doesn't change. We know it. We say that so many times. But here you are today.
Yeah,
And is it the person who is quietened who is here today? I don't think. It is the call of yourself, the call of what you always loved to be or to realize.
yeah, it just appeared.
Yeah, it just appeared. And if you don't speak about it, it disappears. It may come again back, you know, but this is it. If we speak of changes, we speak of what? Of this manifestation. But how we are aware of that? From where could we ever stop? It's not in time. So we cannot expect that in time it will always look like this. Yeah. So the tremendous blessing is to wake up at any time and wherever, whenever. Yeah. Did you lose yourself today? Maybe here the gunas play something, you see. If you are sattvic, maybe your life is quietened. Circumstances are somehow more quiet. If you are rajasic, it will be like anybody else in this world. If you are tamasic, that is a bit too much. But it is about gunas, I guess. I guess? Good. Okay. Yeah. And we are not yogis here. Very few are, but very few. And less in this world. So, you don't need to change also, but you have to understand what's going on. Hmm?
listen, I think from you, then a split second is enough.
Yeah, it's enough to know who you are. It's an expression to know who you are. It is enough to see that you are not the body and the mind. You don't need a split second at repetition. But I wonder now. One says he realized what is uncatchable. Okay? So in that split second, that's what is obvious. Okay? Now it becomes a knowledge. I know myself. And I know it's not with my mind. And there is a knowledge there. A self-knowledge it is called. Yeah? But it's not enough. Because really, what is a real person or an enlightened one? I believe, since I don't believe in permanency, in those qualities, permanency or temporality for what is always there, it's when it's alive. What does it mean? You see, it's to stop everything, even self-knowledge, because self-knowledge can become then a platform. You just, like now, you see, oh, I was lost. Because of that blessing of your own self-inquiry and realization, you wake up. But what's the waking up? It's not to say, yeah, I know I'm myself. It's just that you dip, obviously, without the screen of the mind. That is realization, a life. So
But I also heard from you that that split second it was enough. It was a trick without...
it is enough to know who you are.
Okay.
You don't need to repeat that because it will not be. You see, in that split second, the mind is in awe. Suddenly, he may get self-knowledge. He compares still with his ignorance of before. That's why he's expressive. That will not come again. But what is permanently there, and it's not with the concept of permanency, is that you know that's what you are, and it will not be with a surprising mind and oh and all that, you know, that kind of expression you may have, or not. Some have it very quietly too, but. So in that way, I say split second happens once. And it is enough. That print is enough. After, it's like this. You may still fall into a bit of, oh, I've been lost, so I'm the same, what I've done, I thought I realized and all that. But this is still something which will disappear. And yet, one knows himself. So maybe it's said by, you know, that I love that example, I didn't say since long. In India, you have those fans. The split second is when you remove the electricity. But it went so fast that for a while it's still, you know, the mind is still sometimes appearing with a doubt, or which is quickly disappearing. And some have a quiet fan. It doesn't matter. It matters for somebody, but it doesn't matter otherwise.
And what misses to be drastically?
What means what?
What misses to be drastically?
What misses? Your drastic fire for it? Or drastic need. My life is what for? For this. And now I hear it will be now. It will not be when I'm a bit more ready or more this or that. It's just now. It will always be just now. Means the moment you really, really don't hook at the mind. Because you see, you may need time to understand the whole thing, to investigate, and that may need time, according to each one. But at some point, when you know, I know, I can even reply as she does, or he does, you see, I know the subject. It's not enough. You have to allow it to breathe. To breathe.
To breathe.
Prior to pranayam. If you keep any image in this mind, you see, even, I don't know what is your utmost example, let me say, even if it is Ramana Maharishi, it veils you, because it is in the mind. Till then, it helped tremendously not to allow you to always go out. But in the end, be freed also. Be freed. Because anyway, you will not look like him. And you will be as beautiful.
Is why the Buddhists say you must
the Buddha. You have a knowledge, huh? Why you went to your memory when I speak? You don't need confirmation that what I say is correct. Otherwise, these indications rely on teachings. It's alive.
Ganga. I hear you say know the mind, and I hear you say everything you think veils is veiling.
Whatever you can know is the veil. Yeah. Enfin, the so-called veil. Yeah. Whatever you can pictorialize, know, feel, smell, touch, of course, but experience. Is the manifestation of that from where it arose. And from where that everything arose, you have not to go anywhere. You are it. So, in order in order that it becomes a fact, you have just to know that everything else is a manifestation. It's its manifestation. You have not to go anywhere. You see, of course, sometimes it's a good indication to go back to the source. It depends wherever one asks a question, which is second best, I would say. Otherwise, you have not to go anywhere. You are it. It has always been. One veils himself by some hypnotism in the manifestation, that's all. Ramana Maharishi used this image of the screen and the movie. The problem is often that's why one says go back to the source, that without questioning, he starts from the movie to see the screen. But it's not like this. The realization will be to start from the screen. You are the screen, and then a movie plays on you.
The screen is empty.
Can you describe it? Can you describe it?
If the movie doesn't play,
Yeah, there is nothing.
the movie plays on, but if you go back to the self, there is no movie. That's the only way out,
It's true.
to go in.
Yeah, but you see, this nothingness will come and go.
Yeah,
This is the thing.
but it's very important.
It's very important, yeah.
So Ganga, this coming and going, how do you keep quiet with the coming and going?
Oh, you cannot keep quiet with that. You keep quiet only if you don't search anymore who you are. some people are more quiet than others, but they are called cool people. Not everybody is cool, you know. So don't worry, you are not cool, maybe, as I am. Don't confuse. Don't confuse quiet moments for that. Even though, as she says, I will not continue here. So don't confuse quiet moments. Otherwise, you see, when, for example, there is nothing, and you take this nothing, not from where it comes,
Yes.
for real, it will necessarily go in this manifestation. And then you will say, I lost it, or I'm no more, you know. So be vigilant. We cannot have an idea about it. Even emptiness, you see.
So what is the nothingness an experience?
When you experience emptiness, it's because it's empty. The manifestation doesn't show up in this way, but it shows up in the empty form, which is already a blessing, of course. But don't confuse emptiness for it. Yeah. It's difficult to speak about that, huh? Okay, I will speak paradoxically then. I think it's a real blessing and to have those empty moments. To introduce those empty moments in this samsara, which is also in the samsara, but generally the samsara is lived only with forms. This is the other side of the samsara, you see, vastness, nothingness, maybe joy, unconditioned, or whatever. But from where this cannot be touched by time and changes. And that's what you are. Because if you were only emptiness and then suddenly it goes, and it will go in this manifestation, then again you are like a boat, or a straw in the water going here and there. Yeah. Yeah, there is some paradox here. Maybe someone else could speak better. Because truly it's true to not to make endless loop. You need to stop also, you see. Enough, whatever, enough. And then that self-knowledge rises, I'm not all this, what am I doing, where I was. So that moment, there is nothing there. Right. But it's only when you don't confuse that for it, even then, that you are safe. I don't know if anybody could speak better. Welcome. It's like this paradox, be vigilant. oh, it's in the mind, I have to make effort. No. Talk whatever you like. Whatever you like, if you still like to have arguments of the mind. Be vigilant. You see, very paradoxal. And that vigilance, you see, when you love so much what you dedicate your life for, and that you somehow were quietent about it, that naturally also comes. Naturally. Yeah. Oh my God. What a subject. I am not like those, maybe I didn't reach there, I don't care, who says, oh, you can do whatever you like, I know myself, as if it was a fixed place. It's not a place you attained. It has not the quality of states. So it is very wrong also to speak like this. And we see, 10 years later, what happens? Oh, for those who said so. So be vigilant. Or the vigilance can express itself in many ways. You never, as I say, untie your grip to yourself, whatever form you give or no form, who cares here. You have that extreme devotion or gratitude because you know how precious it is, how lucky incarnation you live, and so on. Or you are taken by, oh, it's enough of this samsara, which never ends to show up. Sometimes more pleasant, sometimes not.
My God. It's true.
Yeah. Sometimes in this manifestation, and I also speak about myself, there are golden years. And sometimes really not. It is the manifestation. You cannot control that. You cannot command that. So there is a surrender. Yeah. But what a lucky incarnation. Even then, even in the mud.
And is the vigilance also to keep a dialogue with you, even though you have no idea what to present or to express? But you know.
If it is about that, okay. Yeah, whatever tool you take, and then one day the tool disappear by itself. But whatever tool in that direction, sure. Chew it, take it, sleep with it, and never tell your wife. I am a bad girl. Yeah. keep relation with that which embodies it for you, which that which always throws you back there, which that which is formless to whatever. Keep relation. And then the relation will disappear on its own. Don't worry about that. That's why in Sanskrit there is this word guru, you know. Guru doesn't mean a teacher, which is his embodiment and as his disciple. A guru takes the form when the student needs and doesn't take a form when the student disappears. And still, you see, it's the voice of what you search. It's the voice of that uncatchable yourself. Yeah. So those who have arguments with Guru, oh, you still believe and follow that Guru, they don't know what they mean. They speak of an endless teacher of a kindergarten, of course, and if you stay all the time there, you are a bit mentally ill. It's not that. It's the voice of my own self. It's the voice of my own search. It's the call. Nobody can touch that. And never doubt about it. Never. It's your own self trying to help you. I see many new faces. If you have anything to ask, don't be shy. It's then where else to ask? Huh? So welcome. Otherwise, all is fine.
There's a strong inner pressure for several years now. Strong pressure and arrogance. An unwillingness of letting go. So as soon as something starts open a bit, which the mind is commanding on it immediately, very strongly.
Yeah, don't listen to your mind, whatever comments it does. You see.
Sometimes I feel I don't have this capacity. It's so strong. It's like, whoa.
You have the capacity, it's a concept you have. Which, it is a concept you have, that's why it continued since years. You have the capacity, of course. Because it's about who you are, isn't it? Where there is no arrogance. And that is with you. So the arrogance is to listen to your mind.
And how to...
How? Don't listen to your mind. Don't listen to your mind. How is the gateway to your mind? Don't listen. It's one step too much already, but still okay. Don't listen to your mind. He will tell you only arrogant bullshit. Where are you then?
Here?
Yeah, here. Not physically, huh? Not geographically here.
What to do with pressure and alienation?
Nothing. You just see it. Let it pass. Don't try to fix it.
You know, there's a strong belief says it will never pass.
That it will never...
Never pass.
Yeah, it's a belief. It's not there now. Like that. From where you can see it's a belief, keep quite there. You are that, keep quite there. Always, every time, whenever you like, whenever, wherever. Can a concept stay? Tell me, from here. What a concept can stay? Does a concept can has a grip on you?
To be honest, it feels like
No, don't be honest. No. No. I prefer you before that. Yes. So, be here again and again. Whatever rises from here, it's the mind. Don't touch it whenever you can.
can consider that a question, but that fire burns everything, heart included.
What?
That fire,
Yeah, understood after.
heart included.
Trust include.
Heart.
Hurt.
Heart.
Heart.
Heart. Sorry.
Heart include. Heart include.
Is why I don't know if you can consider it a question.
Heart include. I don't know what you mean by heart.
Can try to explain it.
No,
for today.
you don't need.
Okay.
Let it. It's not important. No question is important. But if you have one, you ask me, please. Understood?
In the sense you answer, yes, I understand.
Yeah, who is asking? Yeah, sure. Hi.
If I understood right, when we are speaking about we are a big screen where the movie is played,
Yeah,
who's directing us? Who's the producer?
is the one which allows you to speak, to ask this question. That's enough. That's it. Good. You know, after all, it is not about somebody with a full understanding and all that yet. Of course, you have to be clear enough in the mind. So it's again a paradox to express, but it's about sparing a moment to what allows all this manifestation to rise and fall. And that has nothing to do with a person, let it be so-called ignorant or knowledgeable. It's to spare one moment, and it is in you. It's not correct to say, it's rather you are in it. But why not? It's in you. It is you. So it is not that you will get better and better in asking questions and understanding and all. So it counts. Otherwise you don't hear what I say now. But now I say, it is about, I repeat, a spare moment where you are not there and still it's there. And the ways are different for everybody. Some, they just stop, unasked for, whatever, as Pingala did. It is in the tradition. It is as a prostitute did. Suddenly, boom. Or some, they need to study and be pandit, but not all the pandits will do it. One pandit among thousands will really be struck by enough. Enough. I cannot go there. So it is not about perfecting someone. It's just sparing a moment to that. You don't know what it is. Happily, because you are not there. That's what you search. That's what you are. That's always available. Let it be in Satya Yuga, in worse Kali Yuga as now, or whatever Yuga. It doesn't count. It's about sparing a moment. There is no excuse. It's just that one doesn't want then. There is no excuse. Don't fall into guiltiness also. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Chalo baya. So I will remove that. There is no excuse. There is no impediment. You may take time to hear this, it doesn't matter. No? But once you hear,
Ganga? At the beginning you spoke about the fan,
mm-hmm.
and there's still concerns about body's health, about relations, about work, and there's a voice that says that should not appear, that should not be.
It will appear with the person.
Yeah,
You
that's
cannot
the same
avoid.
that says I should make it. That's the same.
No, I know everybody has a trouble with that fan. And the fan is the body-mind, the fan is the person which is born. Sure.
Yeah.
But you cannot avoid it. It's till your last breath it will appear.
Yeah, that's the voice.
But, it's not about fixing that, even to do whatever you like with that fan. As you think, you will see more and more that not much is controllable. It's about not listening to the voice of a person, whatever, not listening to whatever rises, even though if it looks essential, just for a moment, because then what is there will show up, and that's what you are. Otherwise, you are only all the time in your mind. And don't worry about that fan. Some have it quiet, some have it not, some have it terribly. What to do is what the body and the mind carries from birth. At least it's a belief I have. It's a good explanation, whatever it is. But you have no control about that. No much. And when you think you control it, it was meant to be. So you have absolutely no control about that. We have to cross that as a person. But you have the freedom to spare a moment here and there. To rest in yourself. Not in the idea it should not be, or it should be differently. So maybe you see those moments of that. Maybe sometimes it's a blessing in disguise, maybe, because what manifests doesn't look such a blessing. But I tell you, it's a real blessing to spare moments where nobody's there. You see, even Rama, that story of India, Rama, his wife was stolen, kidnapped by his peer enemy Ravana, which is a symbol of the hellish and all that. When his wife was kidnapped, he was anxious. He was, I have to save her, and so on. What is that? It's exactly what we all feel when the manifestation is hard. Ah, I have to do something, but the thing is, every moment he said Ram. Himself said Ram means the self means stop. Ah, again, Ram. Ah, I am running, calling Hanuman to help me. Ram. It's not foolish stories. It shows how we have to live. Nobody is spared by the samsara. Nobody. Samsara is duality, good and bad. But there is Ram. Thank you very much.